All right, folks, welcome back to our podcast. Today, we are diving into an incredibly fascinating case study that quite literally reshaped an entire industry: the dramatic downfall of Kodak. You might think of Kodak as that old camera brand your grandparents used, but trust me, buckle up, because they were crucial in the journey of photography, both in film and digital realms. Can you believe it? Kodak invented the first digital camera way back in 1975. But guess what? They completely dropped the ball on it.
Oh wow, wait, so they invented the digital camera but then didn't want to sell it? That's kind of wild. It's almost like if a bakery invented gluten-free bread but just kept making regular loaves out of fear, it would ruin their sales.
Exactly. That's a perfect analogy. Kodak was essentially sitting on a gold mine yet chose to protect the status quo. They allowed fear to dictate their choices instead of focusing on the broader picture. Their immense confidence, built over decades of success in the film industry, led to what we call a culture of complacency. They thought, hey, we're Kodak, we can't possibly fail. But fast forward to the digital age, and they were like deer caught in headlights.
So they thought they were untouchable? That's crazy. And by the time they realized they needed to do something, wasn't it too late? Laughs.
Absolutely. By the time they finally decided to step into the digital camera market, consumers had already started leaning towards competitors like Canon and Nikon. It's like trying to walk into a party only to find out, everyone's already best friends and you're awkwardly standing by the punch bowl?
Haha, right. Imagine being the last one to join a dance party, and then you're just there, do I even know how to dance? Laughs.
Exactly. And it wasn't merely about entering the digital camera market. Kodak's misguided moves, especially with their ventures into printing, showcased a major lack of direction. It's akin to trying to sell a sandwich in a bakery without even knowing how to bake a proper loaf.
Whoa. Can you give more insight into that? Was there a chance for them to pivot successfully?
Great question. If Kodak had embraced innovation early on, they could have disrupted their own business model before anyone else had the chance. That's one of the crucial lessons from their downfall. They needed to challenge their own successful tactics rather than holding on tightly to past triumphs. Imagine if they had positioned themselves as leaders in digital technology instead of becoming an afterthought.
Oof, painful to think about. So, they really just, missed the boat? Laughs.
Exactly. It also boils down to nurturing a customer-centric approach. Kodak didn't adapt their products to the evolving preferences and behaviors of consumers. Today, you see every company trying to predict what you might want next based on your habits.
Oh, like how Netflix is always suggesting shows based on what I've watched? It's like if Kodak had been listening to consumers, maybe they could have launched a digital camera that people genuinely desired.
Exactly. And that's where agility beats tradition. Legacy business models can seriously hinder progress, especially in fast-evolving markets. Kodak was so tied to their past success that they simply couldn't let go.
Wow, that's kind of like a ship that can't change direction fast enough and just keeps crashing into icebergs.
Yes! The leadership at Kodak completely failed to recognize the massive technological shifts around them. Visionary leadership is crucial. It requires the courage to take risks and the insight to foster innovation.
So basically, keeping your eyes open while steering the ship is key, right? Laughs.
Absolutely. Kodak's story serves as a cautionary tale. Clinging to the past will only lead to failure. In today's lightning-fast world, embracing innovation and adaptability is crucial if you want to secure long-term success.
Whoa, you just packed a lot of wisdom into that. So what can we take away to actually avoid becoming another Kodak-like story?
Fantastic question. First, Always be open to change. Second, maintain a finger on the pulse of your consumers. And lastly, have the courage to disrupt your own comfort zone.
Oh, I love that. Like, always think ahead, right? Laughs, let's not end up by the punch bowl in our own party.